Apex Legends na lineup. They got the Lulu, one of the strongest champions right now, and I like this from Apex Legends. But yeah, also on the opposite side, Emata Esports, Alistar, Camille, Misfortune, Wukong, Ari, very classic rin na very classic na picks. Both teams are growing strong. Remember, this is just a best of 3, so we are seeing the best picks off the bat, even if this is just game number 1.
Absolutely. That said, let us head into the rift as we as we slowly go a cyclone that is very strong to initiate a setup, and even the Alistar with those knock-ups in this fight for the Misfortune to go for those bullet times. And you also have the Ari, actually quite unconventional, untraditional, but if you actually go to connect those charms against Apex Predator, and this one specifically, that Kaisa as well, it would be very big. And considering Kaisa actually goes dive into the backsides of the fight always with the killer instinct, this may potentially be a massive value for the side of EMP as well.
True. All right, very on point analysis, my friend. But yeah, we just started, and please do the honors in introducing the lineup of blue team.
Apex Predator, we have the mid laner Gragas, Tokimo, Aryarido. We have the Garen onto the Baron lane. The jungler, Posey jungle, Marite. We have Lulu, and lastly, it's gonna be the Kaisa ADC.
And on the red side, Supremo on the Wukong jungler. We have Burger on the support, Alistar, Puffy on the ADR MF here in the Dragon lane. We have Dart on the Camille at the Baron lane, and we have Rafi on the Ari mid laner. All right, let's go to the win conditions right here. What do you think is the win condition of the blue team as of the moment?
I think these two teams, in general, in pro play right now, it's basically the early game, that late game fight. So, at this point, I think the crucial thing here is the early game. As Eason actually comes through from that Supremo, little bit of a low health, flashes away to go back to safety, but the charm connects onto the jungle creep and does not connect post jungle. But we have follow through from that Gragas. It's gonna be the first blood. It's a double kill from Apex Predator. It's big. That body slam was the MVP with the initial setup of the Lee Sin.
Yeah, Big Daddy Gragas going in at the right place at the right time and got the double kill right there. 2-0. We're just 2 minutes into the game, and that is going to be a very good headwind for the Apex Legends right here. You just mentioned earlier, whoever gets up, there's going to be a cleanup right here, and they get the Big Daddy right here. Good cleanup by Emata Esports right here, getting the Gragas. But yeah, you mentioned earlier, the key for this game for both teams is to take the lead in the early part of the game, and that play by Gragas will put him in a good start right there. Look at the Gragas farm. He is already on top of the mountain, 2,400 on in his pocket.
Although the reason why EMP right now is sitting only at 700 gold deficit against Apex Predator in this one is because Gragas died, and with a 2-0-0 standing a while ago, when he died, that was a big, massive gold bounty to the side of EMP at that kill alone. So that was a smart move by the side of EMP in this current running game that we are having. 3 minutes right now is into this matchup. We might expect those recalls to come through to prepare for that Ocean Drake.
True. You were right, man. That's a very much needed gold swing right there for the blue team, and a good thing for them, man. Gragas stayed there, overextended there at the bush and was punished right there. And as you said earlier, it's a much needed gold swing right there. Again, the early game is gonna be very important as we see the resets come through already. We have Wukong, we have Alistar on the base already. 20 seconds in, the Drake is gonna be spawned. So man, Infinity, I think you need to take a deep breath. I think there's gonna be a clash right here for this Drake.
Potentially. Now the Lulu is trying to go for that face check. Actually sees of that Alistar. Alistar received massive damage, but they still want to go for more. They want to go for the stat. Supremo actually tries to go through, but double man knockoff. It's gonna be big from the side of Apex Predator. Now the Ari just dashes away, trying to go for the charm, but it's not gonna go through as Apex Predator falls down. It's now going to be the dominant play for the side of EMP as they get the dominance into the Dragon's Pit.
I think that was just a bad place right there, man. Their teammates of Apex Legends were not there yet. Lee Sin went in too advanced, not knowing that there are so many there. They got punished for it. 1-2 champions die on there, and then that was a free dragon technically for the red side. So good job, Emata Esports. They now have a 1k gold lead right here. 2-3 on the scoreboard. We're just 4 minutes and 45 seconds into the game.
Yeah, and I think Apex Predator just went separately, and I think they didn't expect it to go for to go against rather of a 5-man role for the side of Emata Esports. And yes, initially it was an advantage for Apex Predator to go for like a 3v2 type of setups, but do take note that Alistar 3-man lockup just set that whole game upside down for the side of Team Apex Predator in that fight. So basically, those knockups, those CCs from the side of Emata Esports are going to be very valuable and important, as we've seen from the latter engagement.
Alright, interesting to look at right here, man. For those newbies right there, look at the map right now, look at the position of the champions. The Dragon laners and supports for the red team is already here in the middle. They're already going for a recall right now. This is happening. The swaps of the laning is happening because the Rift Herald is going to be the next objective of this game. And when your Dragon laners are near that Rift Herald, they are in a good position to help for that take. And here we go. And 5 seconds into the game, mabubuhay na Rift Herald. Blue team is already creating a position right here, but it is going to be the red team who gets here first, and they're already starting Rift Herald right here. Fog of War is right there. Blue team knows about this with that Rift Scuttler ward right there, but blue team knows they are in no condition to really contest this. They're down on the gold, and right now they don't have the momentum of the game, so they've just opted for a split push right here on the bottom. Rift Herald goes down, but there it is. They're gonna be focusing on the Camille. Camille takes so much damage right there from the Garen, and Camille goes down. First third of the game goes to blue team. That is what you should be doing if you are giving up an objective. And they're not done yet. Body slam on the Wukong right here. Wukong will have to flash away, but the damage is not there anymore. It's gonna be a evasive maneuver for blue team, and that is it for that clash.
I like what Emata Esports did there. I think what Apex Predator were trying to do is, yes, EMP got the Rift Herald, but we're trying to go for the turret, and they hope to get that turret right after exactly that EMP got the Rift Herald. But the problem was Camille was just going in for those defense, so he's basically baiting out 3 champions of Apex Predator, so they were at a disadvantage at that point, and they used up a lot of ultimates to just go for that kill. But nevertheless, right now it's going to be another fight. Alistar comes through. It's going to be the 2-man knockup. Garen is going in for the silence onto that Alistar. Alistar can't hold on much longer and can't go for those CCs. Supremo actually pinned down by the enemy team with the ultimate of Garen to finish him down. It's gonna be the 3-4-0 trade-off in favor of Apex Predator.
Oh man, Emata Esports right there underestimating the Gragas. The tankiness of the Gragas basically cost them the fight right there. They went for the Gragas under the turret, and man, Gragas, they didn't realize it. He's very tanky. In the middle of the fight, they just realized that Gragas is not losing that much HP, and they're losing HP instead because of the turret damage, and it was evasive maneuver from that point on. They lost champions because of that, and that's momentum swing again, going to the blue side this time. Oh, sorry.
The dragon has spawned.
So we'll call them EMP, right? Just EMP.
EMT.
EMP.
Okay. Oh, another fight though is now occurring in this matchup. Garen is gonna fall down from that Wukong with a huge cyclone. That bullet time actually connected, no follow through though from the side of EMT. And now we are proceeding into a 3v3 situation as Misfortune falls down, but Gragas follows through with a kill. And now still gonna be a 3v2 situation. It's a 2v2. It's gonna be the charm not connecting onto that Kaisa. Kaisa Trill still tries to go for those kill. It's the Canyon Rain connecting onto that Ari. It's gonna be a huge comeback potential with the ADC and even that mid laner falling down to the side of EMP.
What is this fight, man? Infinity, tingnan mo. It's just like they're telling everyone, let's beat each other in the river and ubusan na ng lahi and labanan tayo dito hanggang maubusan. Very chaotic fight, man. No one is backing out. They just want to fight, and that tells you that both of these teams came here to play tonight. Tingnan natin. Oh nga pala, sorry rin. It's not Apex Legends. I've been calling the Apex Legends earlier. Nasa lista ko kasi. It's Apex Predator on the blue side. So Apex Predator already starting on this Infernal Drake above all. Let's see if Red Team right here, EMT, will be able to contest this. They are here already. Alistar is going to be leading the pack right here. And there it is at the back line. Garen is focusing on the Ari, and Ari goes down in the early part of the game. This is bad for Red Team. Right here, EMT though, they're not backing away. And there it is. Buhay pa. Right, somehow it's still alive right here. And there it is. They're falling one by one. 3 champions on the red side. Going down, make that 4. Only the MF left right here. Infernal Drake goes to the blue side. And somehow they come up on top of the fight. Goldie Dante is just it's already 6k onto the blue side. The Apex Predator is doing it right here.
And that explosive cast, I think, was pretty good. Because I think that was a 2-man, 3-man knockback against CMT in that fight. And if you go through, you have a lot of follow-up from the side of Apex Predator as well. So I think that was just massive play. In addition to that one, EMT didn't come through. And yes, there was a huge set by that Alistar with a 2-man knock-up. But at that point, bullet time was not already there. It was already been used. So that initiation, that setup from that Alistar was pretty much wasted by the side of EMT, and they were not able to capitalize on those engagements. So overall, that was a huge win for the side of Apex Predator, now leading at a 7k gold lead.
All right. Apex Predator knows that they're on the lead and they want to press their advantage here onto the red team. They saw the Alistar there alone, but Alistar proving to be very tanky, so that death push doesn't really get them anything on the scoreboard. But is it an opening for the Baron? No, they're not going to offer a Baron right here. Remember, this is the final, so it is very wise for you to take this game tactically, right? Not take big risks right there, and taking the Baron right now is going to be very risky for blue team. So good job, Apex Predator, with their decision making. So far, so good. That's high level gaming right there.
Definitely. Although, right now, EMT is trying to set up a play as well as Apex Predator. They know the Baron Nashor is alive, and it is a massive objective that they could take and potentially end the game. Garen is too far away. This could potentially go to the side of EMT if they initially go for the fight. Deason is also not available, but everyone is going in for those recalls. And Garen with a GA, Deason with a GA, they can confidently just go into the fight, into the front lines, and just get all the aggro and potentially even survive that fight. If they do so, I like the itemization right now for the side of Apex Predator. Only the Wukong has the GA for the side of EMT.
Right. True. Garen stalking this Camille right here. Garen can always split push. He has the TP right there in the pocket. So whenever the team needs him, he can always TP. So he's comfortable split pushing right here. This is causing havoc for the red team right now. Red team will have to try their best to monitor this Baron. They will not give this Baron up easily for the Apex Predator team, and that's a good decision right there, because if blue team will get this Baron, which is they're starting right now, if they get this Baron, for sure their base is gonna be destroyed. At least an inhibitor turret will go down if this happens. There we go. Good baiter there by blue team, baiting the red team on the Baron, and they will spot the Alistar again. This time, Alistar is taking so much damage. Unlike the first situation right there, Alistar will send out his ultimate just to survive. They know that Alistar has already wasted this, and good kick right there by the Deason. Puts Wukong in a bad position. Wukong is forced to use his ultimate right there. GA pop. And let's see, they're going to be stalking the Wukong. There it is, the recast of the ultimate. But at the backline, Camille doing so much damage for the red team. But it is still Wukong going down and Camille going down. This should be the Baron of the game. Good job right there, Apex Predator, for that clash.
What happened there was Alistar was surprised by the 3-man roam for the side of Apex Predator. They were really going ham on that fight. And half HP remaining for that Alistar. But what I like to highlight here for the side of Apex Predator is they've fallen back in that fight. Because Gragas was not available. They went in for the dash body stamp for that Gragas to now come through. And that is the time that they actually fought out EMT in that fight. Camille actually went through for the first TP, but that explosive cast from that Gragas just separated the team of EMT apart. And those GAs being popped were not able to be utilized or DPS potential for the side of EMT as well. So basically Apex Predator were going in for that 5v1, 5v2 situations wherein they got ahead in that fight, they got ahead in that curve, and they took some wins, they took the Baron Nashor, and now they're at an advantage to win this fight.
Right, true. The peel is real. Gragas using those ultimates really to peel teammates from the red team so that they can get a fight win right here. And with that momentum on their side, with the Baron buff, they were able to take the next dragon of the game. We just saw that earlier. But on the top, magkakaroon po dito ng labanan. What is happening here? Ito, push at the bottom. Ari is not gonna hit the charm right there. And there is gonna be a... Go ahead, Infinity, to take over the game. Really.
I think Ari just wanted to, kill off the germs running around the map, killing off some airtime. Nevertheless, that was a missed opportunity for that Ari. If that charm actually connected to an enemy champion, that could have been a kill for their team and might potentially even defend this turret. But with not having that opportunity remaining for their team, it's now gonna be the dominance from Apex Predator pushing into all lanes. Camille now trying to defend the top lane, though Alistar with a 4-man knockup. Actually, huge no follow-up. The charm connected to that Garen, but the Wildrift actually is on him as well. This is increased sustainability. The GA is gonna be popped with that Garen. Camille falls back away for now. That Garen ultimate actually finish off that Alistar, and now it's gonna be the 3v5 situation. That is Apex Predator sweeping out inhibitor turrets from one place to another, and the base is open against EMT.
Yes, this is not looking good for EMT at all. Blue team, Apex Predator is gonna go for a reset right here. They can technically take that base already, but again, they are taking this game tactically. Very good approach right here. They're gonna go for the reset. The Baron and the Elder Drake is gonna spawn anytime soon, and they know that red team will have nothing right here to answer and to get back into the game. So they want to make sure that they do this properly, win this in a convincing manner.
16 minutes, 40 seconds into the game. Potential game changer right now for the side of VMT is to go for aces if they could potentially do so. But the question here is, how can they do it? Because of a 20k, 15k gold deficit that really just puts you at an item disadvantage. And if you're looking at the items right now, you have the Leandris, Infinity Orb, Abaddons for that Gragas alone. So that explosive cast is gonna deal huge chunks in terms of HP of EMT. And it's just the itemization overall of Apex Predator that is just huge. That's massive. And I like the AP build here for that Gragas, and look at that. One barrel, 1/3 of the HP of that Wukong immediately because of that GA Black Cleaver and Humus that doesn't actually give you much defensive capabilities into receiving those damage. So imagine if Gragas just goes full on blown with that body slam against the Wukong. It's gonna be big damage. Alistar goes for the 1-man knockup, no follow through for the side of EMT. Now the TPs are coming through from that Camille. They're trying to go for that defense. They're trying to go for that response. But that Garen is just so tanky. And they're just going for that double redemption with huge HP regen potential. And that is the Garen. Only half HP, receiving all the skills. Not a chunk, not a time to get him killed. And now it's gonna be the free Baron Nashor. But hold that thought, I think I was too early to say that. As EMT tries to go for the contest, but they're forced to back away with dominance of Garen and Garen alone to tank the backline.
Alright, good job so far by the red team ready EMT. No one dying right there, but they were zoned out to get the Baron. Now the blue team has the Baron buff. They are already starting their victory march right here. No more inhibitor turrets to really stop this march, and here we go. This is going to be the final battle of the time. There it is at the back line. Si Garen is going to be very, very much alive. Mamamatay po dito. Sino una mamamatay? Ang Nexus kaagad. No one dying right there, man. But it is going to be the game 1 going on to the side of Apex Predator. This is a best of 3 reminders. And so, good job, Apex Predator, for getting